Welcome back to A Better Life. I'm your host, Hank Hennigan. In this segment of my show, I want to proudly introduce Mr. Gene Mills, the president of the Louisiana Family Forum.
It's good to be with you, Hank.
All right, Gene, tell us, who is the Louisiana Family Forum?
Well, for someone who's not familiar with the Family Forum, we're the state affiliate to Focus on the Family.
Okay.
And have a national affiliate with Family Research Council.
Yes, yes.
But to the average parent or grandparent, we're your voice for traditional values in the place where decisions are made.
Okay.
That is the state's capital.
State's capital.
To the pastor, we're missionary to that arena.
Okay.
That's our mission field. We're responsible to carry truth into and to do it in a manner in which gives us the opportunity not only to impact the results, but also minister the love and the grace of Christ.
Sure.
To the policymaker, we're a think tank that provides them information so they can make good votes as it relates to the faith and family community.
So that's the whole focus of Louisiana Forum, what happens at the state capitol and the nation's capital.
Absolutely, because the decisions that are made touch everybody.
Yes.
See, that's what people don't really always understand, is that politics may be inherently dirty, but if it is, it's because those of us who carry light and serve as the disinfectant to society have pulled out of certain arenas. Well, this is an arena that we're called to evangelize.
Sure.
And to missionize and to conform to the image of Christ. And so we go there and we communicate truths over policy issues that matter to the faith and family community and in a language that policymakers can understand.
Okay, Gene. I know what Louisiana Family Forum stands for. I've been on your committees there and meetings there as of last week with some of the legislators. What is the values that Louisiana Family Forum promote?
If you put three big buckets together, it would be the ones that are declared in our declaration.
Sure.
Life and social issues, liberty, and that's the ability to speak freely,
yes,
to have conscience and conscience objections to certain things, and limited government, an idea that governments ought to be, they were God's idea.
Sure.
He established it in Genesis when he said, when one man sheds another man's blood, by virtue of discipline shall his blood be shed. And he reestablished it in Romans 13 when he said, they're ministers of God to punish evil and reward good.
Sure.
We're keeping this system stewarded under a Christian oversight to represent values that we share.
Gene, next week the Louisiana legislature starts.
That's correct.
Which is your busy scheduled time of the year. Is that correct?
It is. It's kind of like building a house. You do a year's worth of work.
Ground
about
up.
3 months.
Yes. So what are some of the policy issues, or what is something that's coming up in this legislative session that the public really need to be aware of and really pay close attention to?
Well, there's three big ones that we're watching closely. One has got to do with sports betting and whether or not it's going to be able to be available in bricks and mortar, and also possibly on a handheld device.
Sure.
Something as simple as this can become a mobile casino.
Wow. If
we allow children, and the technology to prevent a child, who by the way probably knows our credit card numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, when I need to get past a parental guard or device, I go to my kids and ask them, how do you do this?
My goodness.
They know how to access this, and there are two sources, two betting issues. One is the sports betting, the other is the daily fantasy sports. Two big issues that are going to be promulgated in this legislative session that we think need serious consideration, close follow-up, and great deal of scrutiny. They're telling us that they want to marry the proceeds from taxing sports betting to childhood education. I think that's an odd combination. Yeah. When you marry a virtue, education, to a vice, gambling, then you have what is the other side's goal of moving forward the vice. The third issue is a life amendment that will protect, in the event of a Roe v. Wade decision being overturned, Louisiana being on record in our Constitution that we represent a pure life perspective.
And some states have already done that.
They have.
Yes. Gene, I know you're on the front lines out there every day taking, tell us about the Louisiana Family Forum and the training for the next generation.
We take very seriously showing this generation as well as the next generation where the front line is, where the enemy engages. And by the way, we don't have flesh and blood enemies. This is not purely political. We believe that the Bible says that we're not to have flesh and blood enemies. Others may have declared us their enemy, but for us, they're just candidates for salvation. But we need to move toward the standards of excellence. the timeless truths that have made this nation great and that we celebrate. So some of the opportunities that we have are to come out to the front lines and to see what's happening at the Capitol.
Okay.
One of the things that we're doing, and I would encourage people who are not signed up for our email or our 60-second brigade, that's the lazy man's way of getting involved.
Okay.
You literally sign your name and hit send
Okay.
by simply signing on the 60-second brigade. We write the note, it goes to a committee vote, and it's directed to the people who's you're most likely to influence.
Yes.
So young people can be involved with that. The big opportunity for young people is the Leadership Academy that we host once a year.
Okay.
And every other year we put it on the road and we take it to the spiritual heritage of America's or nation's capital,
Sure.
Washington, D.C.
So you bring young people to Washington?
We're bringing a plane full of them.
Wow.
Heading up to D.C. for 10 days to show them the U.S. Supreme Court, to be advised from someone who's argued before the court successfully, to take them to some of our different locations, to walk the halls of Congress with
Sure.
our Louisiana delegation. What we find is that young people who are making decisions for life come back with a much better and a much clearer idea of what we should be doing with our life and how to best invest it.
I've had the opportunity to bring college students to the state capitol when the legislative is in session, and they are just amazed at what takes place there.
It's like putting a kid in a mission field.
Yes.
Once they're there, their questions get a lot more astute,
Sure.
a lot more clear, and they get a context for the things that we're trying to show them.
So Louisiana Family Forum, if someone wants to get involved in what you're doing, how would they get in touch with Louisiana Family Forum? Website, email?
Yeah, our website is www.lafamilyforum.org, O-R-G.
Okay.
Our phone number is 344-8533.
Okay.
And we encourage people to go to the site, look at our webpage, look at some of the issues that we're dealing with. The basic level of involvement is to pray. Pray for your missionary in
Sure.
the field. Pray for our success as we engage.
And I mean, if they're registered voters and they go vote, I mean, they put people in office there, in the Senate, governor's office, or the state representative that make critical decisions
They will,
regarding
and we make them
their
accountable.
own neighborhood.
We make them accountable for
Sure.
those decisions. We report with a legislative report card how they voted, so that
Sure.
you, the average end user, will know how your representative did behind the curtain in the Capitol. We did the same thing with the voter guide that we make available. So
Oh,
I
voter
encourage you
guide.
to do that. Visit our website and learn more about the Family Forum.
All right, good people watching A Better Life. I know Gene Mills. I know his heart. I know the Louisiana Family Forum. They're every spring sitting on a committee just to see what's getting ready to happen. And so contact them. And thank you for watching A Better Life. God bless you.